Welcome to Truthful Tuesdays, where honesty is the only policy. Hey there, I'm Falu, and I'm thrilled to welcome you to our newest segment, Truthful Tuesdays. This is the day that we've chosen to peel back the layers, break barriers, and dive headfirst into the truth about all things, big and small. Here we believe in the power of authenticity and the beauty of raw, unfiltered honesty. Whether we're debunking myths, sharing personal reflections, or diving into candid conversations, you can rest assured that what you see is what you get. It's about to get real on Truthful Tuesdays. All right, it is Truthful Tuesdays here with me, Falue Kanji. I am crossing my fingers that that intro went well. As we continue to try out things and try to improve our general experience here together, I'm going to keep introducing little new things. Let me know if it is working. If it isn't working, if it's causing too much trouble, let me know. At some point, we are going to get it right? As that intro, I hope, as you heard in that intro, this is Truthful Tuesdays, and I am still your host, Falio Ekanji, and we're still diving into candid conversations in hopes that we can lead with our authenticity and our true selves. We're giving people the opportunity to get things off their chest here. Get things off their chest. They are. They really are. I promise you, today's conversation, today's story. Oh my god. I try my best not to read these stories ahead of sharing them here. But this particular young lady, oh man, because I'm assuming it is a young lady because guys are usually the sort of people who are caught in these kind of situations. Let me not spoil it. Let me not spoil exactly what is coming up in this conversation today. So, our Truthful Tuesday confession for today is coming from someone who called themselves what? Berry Plums. Okay. That was very creative of you, by the way. Just for anyone who is looking to get their their story off of their chest, like Berry Plums here, who I must say sent us in quite the creative name. There's going to be a Google form attached here. All it's going to ask for is your name. Well, not really your name. It's going to ask for you to give us a pseudonym. And it's going to ask for you to, if you want to, provide us with your email. And if your email has your name on it, please don't do that step because... yeah, because we would like to continue as we build this community to keep people up to date with what's happening and all of that sort of stuff. So we're trying to build a bit of an email list and would appreciate your email only for that sake. We won't be sending you any like advertisements on like we're selling this, we're selling that. It's only for the sake of giving you updates on the sorts of things we're doing and the improvements we're making to this space and all of our other platforms. So, without any further ado, let's get into Berry Plum's this name here. Let's get into the story for the day. This is the reason why I was under the impression that this might be a woman, because of the name. I wouldn't imagine that a guy would have that sort of a name. Whew. Okay, I'm gonna jump right in and read our story for the day that we have. Okay. Good day. That's a good way to start it. Very polite and very kind and all of that. Great. Good day. I hope you're doing well. I am sharing this story because I really, really do not know what to do. My friend is getting married soon, and I don't want her to get married. Okay, great. This might be a guy still, this might be a woman, like, because these days we have people who are friends with girls and they say besties. Shout out to, you know where that one goes. But anyway, yeah, so let's carry on with our story. I don't want her to get married. See, the thing is, uh, on the surface, their relationship is perfect. The guy is a good guy. He takes care of her. He has met the family and he has done all the rightful things that he needs to. They have been dating, they had been dating for quite a long time. And during that time, being around them would make anyone jealous. Poster relationship here. Poster relationship, it seems they have it seems like they are really in love, so I don't know why this person doesn't want them to get married. Is she jealous? Is she into the man? Is it her ex? What's happening here? Let's pay attention. See, the thing is, a couple of months ago, uh okay, a couple of months ago, my friend and I's my friend's fiance and I were alone in their apartment because I was waiting for her to come back from work. Let's carry on. Because I was waiting for her to come back from work. Okay? And nothing happened. But since then, he has been acting really weird. We would be around my friend, and any chance that we got to be alone, he would be saying all kinds of things to me about how he wants me. Yeah. Okay. And all of that. It is really making me uncomfortable, and I don't know what or how to tell my friend because it happened in the past that I once cheated with one of her partners. We got over that, but I feel like if I went to her and tried to tell her what's going on, she will likely think that I am just jealous and want to break up their relationship. Okay. What do you think? What should he or she say? Well, at this point we can almost certainly conclude that this is a she because if it was a guy who cheated, well, it happens. It happens. But anyway, let's see. Let's see what the rest of this conversation is going to say. Yeah. She says that because the friend now will think that she's jealous and that's why she's saying all of this. Uh, they are set to get married in 3 weeks. Too little, too late now, my friend. So I don't know if I should tell her now or wait until they're I get until they're married and I get an opportunity to catch him red-handed. Okay. That that's our story for the day. Yeah. I really don't know about this one, because in my own experience, I found that any kind of interference in other people's relationships will have you ending up being painted as the person who is in the wrong. They might even end up teaming up on you. What if she knows? My advice with other people's relationships is always leave them alone to sort it out, unless they expressly invite you into their relationship and conversation and ask you to give your opinion. Then give your honest opinion. And as long as you haven't been invited into other people's relationships, because there be all these people, and I'm not advocating for like cheating and being unfaithful and all of that. But there's some people who play cheaters, Like, I get it, it's your friend, but you're running around like taking pictures and videos of other people. One of these days, you're gonna take videos and pictures and spoil someone else's engagement. See what I mean? It's that sort of stuff. Yeah, not everyone is doing all kinds of weird stuff, Some people just have friends who are girls. Shout out. You know what it is. Hey, I'm just gonna comment on this because it's been on my mind, man. Our brother really shot us, man. He really shot us. Like we were winning with the whole. We had some free points with the whole Omalay situation. Now Broski went and made it a whole other situation for us. Now we're down on points. We can't even have friends who are girls anymore. We can't do it because, especially for me, I'm gonna get personal here. Like, especially for me, let me switch these scenes. Especially for me, like, I grew up around sisters, and I grew up around my sister's friends, and they felt like my friends most of the time, right? And that has carried on into my adult life, and some guys have grievances with me because of how much I have female friends around me. And girls have no trust for me because I have no female friends. I mean, I have so many female friends around me. I literally was told just this week or this weekend that I can't trust you because of how much female company you keep. I'm like, wow. I get it. I understand how that can make one uncomfortable. And maybe that's a conversation that we should have in one of these spaces, maybe this very space. Is it okay for guys and girls to be friends? Recent events have proven that that's probably not a good idea. But is that always the case? Is it always the case that when guys are friends with girls, that is how it ends up? I don't think so. Like for me, one of my closest friends that I've been friends with for not nearly a decade, an entire decade. I've had a friend of mine, Lady G, Zuri X. Her and I have been friends since 2014. A whole decade. A whole decade, her and I have been friends. That's like my day one, right? Now imagine that sort of a situation where I've known someone for 10 years and you're uncomfortable with them. That puts me in such a difficult situation. I should, in essence, delete absolutely everyone that I met before we met. And that's a painful deletion to make. And I get it, some people are gonna come through with some, if you love her and if you this, my God. You're saying to me that I shouldn't have met any, well, in essence, this is how it's reading to me at least. I shouldn't have met anyone else before I met you. Oh my God. And the specific person who told me this comment on over the weekend, I'm not addressing myself to you specifically. Like, that's a comment that I've gotten so often, and I am also addressing like my brothers. You, my brothers know exactly what I'm talking about. It's like as soon as someone new comes into my life every single time, I have to get rid of absolutely everyone before. It's exhausting emotionally for me to do that. Yeah. I was saying some might come up with the argument, oh, if you love her, then you will choose her and all of that kind of stuff. My God. My God. That is a tough one. That is a tough one. If, relationships are based off of exclusivity, many of them are, but exclusivity to a certain extent. I should have my life as well. And in spending time getting to know me, you should shed the persona you've built around me and get closer and closer to knowing and understanding the person that I am. And what sort of things are within my purview in as far as what I'm able to do and what I'm not able to do, where I draw my lines based off of our interactions. It's a risk. I get it. But you're not mitigating that risk by saying I should delete absolutely everyone that I knew before you. You're not mitigating that risk. In fact, you might actually be exacerbating the situation. You might be making it worse. Because the more you tell me that I can't be around my friends, especially those who are I've known for decades, the harder it is for me as a person to then trust you. Because I have a point of view on life that says that many people treat other people based on how they would react, or the way that they would react in that sort of a scenario. It's a tough opinion that I'm sharing here, but it is one that I'm sharing nonetheless. Many people react to situation or expect other people to react in a situation the way that they would. That's not true. That's hardly ever true, because we're all different people and we all have different things that we want to achieve and all of that. So I digress. I digress heavily or greatly here. Berry Plums, here's my advice to you. Don't be alone with this guy anymore, because if he's doing this with you, and it sounds like you guys are pretty close, your friend and yourself, if he is doing this with you, if there's any other friends around, he's likely doing it with them as well. So you are likely not the problem, and you didn't make the choice to start seeing this person. It is not your responsibility to then come into your friend's relationship and put yourself in a situation where you might end up now being villainized for the person's choices, right? I grant people responsibility for their choices. I do it, right? When a friend, and I expect the same, when I'm making an error, I expect you to grant me the grace to make the error and learn from it. Yes, warn me, right? Warn me. But if I don't heed your warnings, but Berry, whatever, what was it? Berry Plums. You also. You. Why you went cheat on your friend's girlfriend with friend for girl? Why? Why you do that one? Your friend also needs to grow up a little bit. I'm saying it with little information about the situation, but your friend needs to grow up. Because if they can take you back after that sort of betrayal, and just everything should be to a level where they can still leave you, I guess, alone with their current man after that sort of a situation, well, then they need to grow up and take responsibility for their own decisions as to who they keep around and all of that. You're not being a bad person if you keep people who are out to hurt you away. I know it sounds like I'm attacking you now, but this is just advice. Your friend needs to grow up and learn to choose people better. I'm hoping that you yourself have become better since. Well, it sounds like it because you didn't take the opportunity this time, which now leaves a little bit of. Anyway, so yeah, that's my 2 cents. My 2 cents is as simple as this, right? Your friend is responsible for picking the men that she picks. No matter how much you warn her, she's gonna keep picking the same sort of men. And I would almost guarantee, I suspect that your friend is aware of the sort of men that she's marrying, but she's very blind. Because one of the things that makes me suspect that is the fact that you're still around. You know what I mean? I'm sorry, that was rather harsh, but it's the truth. And I'm not trying to be one of those hush guys on the internet. It's just the way it is. Your friend needs to take responsibility for their own relationships. I'm one of those guys or one of those people who does not believe in this whole meant to be, should I call it rubbish? All this whole meant to be thing, Hollywood fairy tale type stuff. I believe in working at it. That's what I believe in. And I believe in choices. That's what I believe relationships are. They are choices that we make in the people that we keep around. Just all round choices. Make them carefully and to your discretion. Make them carefully and to your discretion, because at the end of the day, you are responsible. When they break your heart, when they cheat on you, when they do all of that, you're responsible for making the choice to be with the person. We often attribute all of the blame to the other person and say, oh, they did this to me. You were there. You were there. No one handcuffed you. I'm sorry. Like, for a person who's been, whose heart has been broken quite a many times, it took me getting to a point that I was there too. I chose this person. And for the most part, many times I knew that this person was like this. Many times I was even warned. Like the song says it. The song says it. I was warned. I just chose not to listen. Speaking of this song that says it, if you haven't heard it yet, Under Your Spell is out on all digital platforms. Give it a listen. Add it to your playlist. All of this stuff is going to make me very happy. Let's have a quick listen, shall we? Let's just have a quick listen to this song. Right? There we are. I can't do it. No matter how hard I try, just can't do it. It's all the same to me. Even though you're not around, still the same to me. I keep pushing you're making your way to me. 28th of April. I can't believe he took you away from just in case you're looking to get to know me a little bit better. You know something, I'm bugging. You know what go on. I'm going to be having you, a couple of friends, over as guests. We'll talk about the stories behind these songs, share some music. If you're comfortable sharing your own experiences, we'll share that. But I'd love to have you over 28th of April. 20 days from now, well, 19 at this point. Come join me. Come join me. Alright, y'all. That was today's Truthful Tuesday. And I hope it was somewhat valuable to you. The links for you to share your own story and get it off your chest going to be below in the description here. So feel free to send it in and I will help you get it off your chest. And hopefully people start to bring in their own opinions and their own advice on what could be done about your situation. Yeah, that sounds like a wrap to me. But obviously, it's not a wrap until I let you know about September, the 29th. Currently, the date that we are going with is the 29th of September. It's going to be a good, sentimental, intimate space for for you to just come as you are. It is permission to show up as yourself. You are permitted and obliged even to show up as yourself. Come join us at our annual Belly Sentimental. This is our third installment of this here Belly Sentimental. And this one we want to make the greatest yet. The greatest yet. And I would appreciate you joining us there to have these conversations with us. So yeah, that's about it. Just in case you do not know, tomorrow is Wednesday and we are going to be sharing Word Wednesday. Who will we be drawing from tomorrow in our Word Wednesday? Tune in to find out who is the great mind that we're going to be drawing from. What great books will we be drawing from? Right? Will we stick to the biblical themes that we've described or had conversations about yesterday or yesterweek? Yes, and that's an actual thing. Yesterweek. Yes. Tune in tomorrow to Word Wednesday and find out about that. As you can tell, I hope you can tell, we are continually trying to improve this space and continually trying to make it an experience, a platform, a space for us all to navigate easily. Some of our spaces over at Bear are in a redirect sort of a space. I would appreciate it if you go ahead and check out our spaces, give us some feedback as to what we can do better, all of that. We would appreciate it. I will add that link below. It's a link tree. It sends you to all the spaces we're working on building. I would appreciate your support and all of your advice there. I believe this one has been on the longer side, and we might get into a space where we are doing these on the longer side. But I do appreciate you if you have sat through this conversation all the way till the end. You, I tell you, you, my friend, are a superstar. Really, you are. Thank you very much for that. Yeah, I guess that for me is the end of it, and I do appreciate your support. Adios, adieu, and to God. Peace.